Well, hello, my beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for October 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I'll never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio, this is your monthly reading for October. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to make you aware, October is going to be a pretty wild ride in terms of planetary alignments and occurrences. Not one, but 2 eclipses will affect the order of the energy this month. A solar eclipse, often referred to as a ring of fire, on the 14th of October will be visible for most to see in the Western Hemisphere. For some, it will appear as a partial eclipse, but for others, you'll get the full display. Now, eclipses are often noted for affecting our mood and our behaviors. You may feel more sensitive than usual or feel like something is a little bit off. And also, it's actually a perfect time to withdraw, recharge, and reflect on your path and the next steps you want to take. It's a time to make major decisions to shake your life up a little bit. Now, even spiders are known to dismantle their webs during a solar eclipse and rebuild it once it passes. So the energy tends to affect us all to some degree. Eclipses act as portals to, as all of your cards explode all over the place, with a tower as well. I mean, it wouldn't be a Scorpio reading without a tower. And of course, you're showing up heavily there with the Scorpio card of death as your protagonist energy. So I definitely see that you are almost rediscovering part of yourself, coming back to who you feel like you have been missing for a while. I definitely get that sense that you are rediscovering things that you enjoy, things that you love doing, things that you have neglected for quite some time. Now, I want you to be aware that this time period brings major change, and it's no accident that you have cards that actually bring major change because you're very intuitive. So this is a time to rebuild as well. I definitely get an energy here that you are not resisting those changes because deep down you know that change is necessary to move forward. Now, as I was saying, eclipses act as portals to explore other avenues in life. So if you're not happy in some area, it is a perfect time to make those changes. And on the 28th of October, we have a partial lunar eclipse, which offers you that life-changing energy to usher in any of those decisions that you have made. Now, eclipses, they have a bad rap for being a negative force, and they can influence abrupt changes, reversals, and U-turns that can actually make everyday life difficult. But on a positive note, it reminds us that we must remain flexible and be ready for the one constant factor of life: change. And Scorpio, you know all about that. Pluto, the heavyweight planet of truth, goes direct on the 10th of the month, 10th of October. So you may witness some exposés going on there, whether it's on a personal level or on a global scale. Revelations of alternative agendas can bring uncomfortable truths, but Pluto tends to bring our attention to these things to elevate us towards the light and to a deeper awakening. Now, personally, anything that has been holding you back or hindering your path is automatically left behind this month as you emerge a brand new you with a renewed energy and vitality. Also, It's a final push to detoxify and declutter your life. This all takes place in the sign of Capricorn, which influences money, rules, regulations, and policies. So you may see major changes and power struggles in these sectors in the world over the coming months. It is actually a perfect time to check in with and secure your finances. Download any monthly statements as proof of your coins in case there's any gremlins in the system. Also, it's a perfect time to have confidence in your natural talents. Launch any new ideas, entrepreneurialships, or side hustles that can put you in a position to become financially independent. Now, in terms of love, this is a very positive time. If you're in a relationship already, it's a time where pressures start to dissipate and you reset your love life to get back on track and remember why you fell in love with your partner in the first place. And if you're looking for love, Pluto actually helps in this area because it's in your third house of communication. It's a perfect chance to put yourself in a position to meet someone new. But overall, this month, it's a month of change. And it closes with the veil between worlds being the thinnest on Halloween or Samhain to those who celebrate. It's actually a time to rejoice in the cycle of life, and in most cases it brings people together, the community, the collective, to arise and awaken. Now spiritually, you'll feel more called to align yourself and make deeper connections with your higher self. And just to make you aware as well that your 12th house and your 7th house are influencing you during this time. Now your 12th house is the deepest part of your chart, so you may feel a little bit more sensitive, as I said, than usual. You may feel this is a time of soul searching, connecting to your true life's purpose path, your mission, but asking the bigger, deeper questions in life. This is a time to connect to your higher self and be on your spiritual path and develop a deeper sense of awareness and receive important messages for your personal growth and the next steps that you're about to take. You may feel like withdrawing in order to focus on some major projects or major changes that you're making in your life. I definitely get a sense here that you are connecting to the law of attraction as well as recharging your batteries. Some of you may even feel like taking yourself out on a spiritual retreat. Also, your 7th house of partnerships is starred for you at the end of the month. People in your everyday circumstances, you're deepening those connections and alliances. And some of you may even think about starting up a business with people that you trust, or you're going to be looking at your romance, your love life. And if you feel that it's time to really revamp that, you'll definitely be focusing on that as well. But ultimately, it's about being more discerning about the company that you keep and basically really observing who's got your back and who does not support your dreams. Now, as I said, your first card is the Death card. Big changes are ringing in this month for you. Something big is ending for you, and it's covered with the Ace of Swords and the Three of Cups. So some of you may actually celebrate a new idea that you're going to launch. Could be a business idea, or it could be a different approach to something that you're doing. Ultimately, you are cultivating your landscape. And as you can see there, this scythe has the potential to reach the sun, and there's clouds there. So I feel like you're eradicating anything that has the potential to be negative or bring you down or stop you from shining your unique light. The Death card also sees you looking at bad habits that you've got. Now, I'm not pointing a finger at you, my beautiful Scorpio. We all have bad habits. I'm a Scorpio as well, and I certainly know that I have a few bad habits, but I definitely see that this month you're going to try and do your best to overcome those bad habits or break old patterns in your life. So whether it's a person that you cannot resist but you know that they are not good for you, whether it's a food substance or a circumstance, or whether you're working in a toxic environment, some of you are deciding to take a leap of faith and move away from those experiences in order to choose the healthier options in life. I mean, your overarching energy tells me with the Fool card that you're either launching something new or you're taking a chance on something. It's the beginning of something really exciting. And some of you are really looking at your world, because I get a sense of business as usual for you, my beautiful Scorpio. So it's almost like you're like, yeah, life, it seems to be business as usual. It seems to be the same old thing, just a different day. You're in a repetitive cycle. But this month, I feel like you're trying to extend your reach, trying to meet new people, trying to meet new experiences, and bring a little bit more spontaneity and excitement into your world as well. But the Death card being in your protagonist energy indicates you're in control of these changes. So something like a restructure is happening in your life in the month of October. Now we do have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a card of celebration. So whatever it is, it's going to be good. The Three of Cups can also be an indication of you trying to find your soul tribe. So if you feel a little bit bereft right now, or you're feeling very isolated in your circumstances, especially since you've got the Tower there, we've got the Four of Cups and the Hierophant, some of you may feel, sorry, I've just got a little itchy knee there. Some of you may feel that you are evolving from certain friendships and you're trying to establish new friendships with people who are on the same wavelength as you. Ultimately, the Three of Cups can indicate some of you are also going to be a little more sociable than usual. And this may take the form of an invitation to get out there and party, or, I mean, we do have Halloween or Samhain at the end of the month. So some of you may be implementing rituals where you connect to your higher self, maybe even connect to people who are spiritually minded, or even get yourself out there to have fun with like-minded people. Because the Three of Cups is to really bond with your soul tribe, get out there and have fun. And I feel like you will be celebrating a feast day, or you will be celebrating something that is going to be very exciting. I actually feel it's good news, and not every sign is going to get good news this month, but I definitely see that finally some good news is here for you as well there. Some of you may also be trying to establish new boundaries in friendship circles. Some of you may even work in a team, and there may be some changes or restructures in these team situations. They may shock some, but intuitively I feel like you knew these changes were coming and you were preparing for them, but it actually gives you an opportunity to be a little bit more free, whatever these are, okay? Now we do have the Ace of Swords there. So some of you with the Ace of Swords energy, there's a real breakthrough. Destiny and fate are really connecting you to your true life's mission this month. Also, lots of new ideas coming in. You're going to see lots of meaningful coincidences occur this month. You're just going to notice the signs. Not everybody notices signs, my beautiful Scorpio, but you're going to see a lot of them around you in the coming weeks and months. So some of you may actually be achieving something that you've been working on for quite some time. There's also going to be an energy of taking accountability of your time, so you do not waste your time. I don't see you procrastinating this month. I see you being very busy. I feel you're hitting targets, and you have the motivation and the drive to get stuff done. I mean, your outcome energy is the World, which means a goal that you had an intention of starting and finishing is actually being accomplished. So I definitely see that that's happening there for you. I mean, you have the Tower in your reading twice. I just noticed that. I don't tend to look at the cards until I pick them up, but I've just noticed that you've got the Tower twice. It's working for you and not against you, okay? Now, some of you, if you have had a date for a procedure or some sort of like surgery or something like that, I really get a sense here that for some of you at the 11th hour, it may be paused or postponed. It won't be for long. I want you to be aware of that. I'm just going to pull a card on that because I feel like it gets postponed, but then it gets put back again. Like, may not be for the same date, but I feel like another opportunity becomes free. So the date, it seems to change twice. That's what I'm picking up on here. The Star. Well, the Star indicates you'll heal from this. It indicates that take your time to get back to best. The Strength card, I mean, these are all your outcome energy. The Star card, the Strength card, even in a different deck. You know, you're watching me shuffle. We've got the Star energy. We've got the Strength card. And here we have the Strength card and the Star card. So you're getting the same energy even in a different deck, that this is a month where you're going to heal some old wounds, where you're going to step into your power and either launch something new or get back to your best or have a spring in your step. I'm definitely getting an energy that any procedures, they will go ahead, but they may be delayed or rescheduled, is what I see, and I see it being rescheduled twice. But it's almost like the first date is way in the future and then the second date is brought back to a little bit closer. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but that's just coming through there as well. Ultimately, this is a month to be seen, to step into the spotlight, to get a wish or a dream delivered towards you. The Star energy indicates your hope returns. You are in a new phase of life. You're connecting or aligning yourself with an endeavor that you've worked really hard to accomplish, and there will be success there. The Strength card also indicates you're going to be bold and daring. You're going to have the energy to get stuff done. And I feel with the Strength card, you're going to be very self-disciplined this month, especially when it comes to your time. I feel like you're not wanting to waste time. You're going to accomplish a lot and be very productive as well. Now, some of you may start to move into writing. Okay, so you could have like an idea to launch either a book or write a book or even write a screenplay or poetry. I feel words are going to be a very important form of expression for you. I mean, of course, it's how we all communicate, but I feel some of you are writing this down, whatever this is. So some of you may even join a writing group, for example, this month, or you're going to move into a community setting where you get to express yourself or talk a little bit about yourself. And Scorpio, you tend to be a very mysterious type of energy, but I feel it's because people are not asking the right questions, and that's why they see you as so mysterious. So I feel like you're going to join some sort of group of people who really get you, who really see you, who understand you as well. So whether that's in a creative endeavor or whether that's like on a more personal, like one-to-one level, I definitely get a sense that you are meeting people who get you, people you vibe with. Now, we do have the Tower. It's in the resistance position, which is kind of where you want it, but you also have it in an outcome position as well, so I will discuss both. Now, the Tower in this position indicates you liberate yourself out of a very boring or stuck situation, okay? So the Tower can represent going round and round in circles on something, and when you have it in the resistance position, like you're in the reverse, it feels like you are deciding to make some changes that make you feel liberated or where you come unstuck, okay? The Tower can indicate that some of you may have even been avoiding some sort of opportunity. It's almost like something keeps coming back in and out of your life. I feel like it's perhaps an opportunity to do something that you love, but you're like, it's not now, it's not now. So if, you know, you have a whispering of your heart to write that book or write a screenplay or launch a business, I feel like it's coming back around again. I feel like you cannot avoid it this time. I feel like you're actually going to launch it or get so submerged and involved in it that it takes up a lot of your time. And it's going to be very rewarding, not just emotionally, but also financially as well there. Now, as you can see, there's two butterflies there. So they represent change. And the Tower, it kind of represents like a prison type energy where you feel stuck in some sort of situation, and it's about breaking down anything that's not solid in your world and rebuilding. And I feel like you're going to be transformed by the month of October for sure. I just want to pull a card and see what that's about, because the lightning bolts can represent an epiphany, a sudden realization how perhaps you've been going round in circles on something and you find an easier or more simplistic way of approaching it. And it's like the penny drops and you're like, oh, I wish I'd knew this like a long time ago. So that's what I'm feeling from that. The Ten of Pentacles. Big money coming in. I mean, it may even shock you. I mean, my guides want me to go to the first card. You know, basically, this was the first card that came out for you. I was going to address this right at the end, but they want me to address it right now, and by they, I mean my guides. It says lucky, freedom, exploration, traveling, risk taker, open-minded, optimistic, adventurous, outspoken, blunt, and tactless. Okay, and as you can see, there's like a scratch card on there. It says bank job. Okay, so, and we got money. So I definitely see that there could be some surprise money coming on in your way. Okay, and for some of you, and I don't really like talking about this, but it's coming up, so I will. Some of you, and only if you've come to this reading and this has already happened, if you are waiting for some sort of inheritance, number one, I'm giving you a huge hug, because I feel things have been difficult, and I definitely feel like you'd rather have the person with you rather than be discussing their inheritance. But if you've already gone through this experience and you're waiting for inheritance to be released, I feel you may be surprised that October is the month that's going to happen for you, okay? I'm going to move on from that energy now. Now, with the Tower there and the Ten of Pentacles, I definitely get an energy here that some of you have been resisting a move, or you've been resisting something going on in your home space. So this could be to declutter or to revamp your home space. You're definitely going to feel called to do that this month. So you're going to be very organized, and I definitely see that you are paying more attention to your home space. Some of you may even think about setting up a business with your family. And if you already have a business with your family, I definitely get an energy here that there is an opportunity to expand your business. but you may need to look into the legalities or the policies that go with that, because I feel like it's a whole different ball game. That's what I'm picking up. And investigation is important. So I would definitely say investigate any new ideas and the way to set them up, because you don't want to misstep in some way. I don't see you making a mistake, but I feel like you may have to have a course correction if you don't investigate it. So just going to leave it like that. Ten of Pentacles indicates you're attracting a lot of financial security. I definitely see that you're working really hard for it, and I see that you are building a solid foundation. Now, because we have two towers there, and you know, the world is evolving in a very strange way at the moment, it's definitely worth noting that you're protecting your finances, making sure that they're housed in establishments that you trust and that are not linked by license, of course, because we may see some more financial fluctuations going on that may shock the collective, but intuitively I feel like you know these things are coming. Okay, so Ten of Pentacles is actually a really good omen. So the Tower, as I said, is working for you and not against you. You may even have some sort of family surprise that occurs here. With the Four of Cups and the Hierophant, you may hear of someone surprising you that they are getting a divorce. Okay, I don't like to give you that message, but it doesn't have to be in your immediate family. It can be in like your soul tribe. So it may be people that you thought were going to be together forever. There could be like a surprise that they are separating. And I say the Ten of Pentacles, and it feels removed from you. I don't feel like it's you, but it's removed from you. So if you are married, I don't want you like freaking out thinking, oh my gosh, there's going to be a divorce. I feel it's removed. I feel like it's in your soul tribe, either you or your partner's soul tribe members, or even your family unit. I get a sense that there's going to be like an announcement of someone separating. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Now, moving on from that energy, the Four of Cups, I get a sense here that some of you are feeling a little bit unfulfilled, and the universe is stepping in to bring you something exciting this month, something you will not be disappointed with. If you're feeling bored in your circumstances, I feel some of you may make some really shock changes about how you work. I mean, you may decide to leave a place, or you may suddenly decide to revamp the way that you work, and it may surprise other people. But that's okay, because this is your life, this is your path, and I definitely see that you've got this, and there's a lot of success as an outcome. You're actually attracting opportunities into your life, and I feel like you're also attracting success as well. I mean, the World card is the end of something, but it also signals the beginning of something better, and I definitely see that there is abundance attached to this as well. Now, the Four of Cups can indicate some of you have been looking for that sign, and for you, the sign are butterflies. I definitely get, I know there's butterflies in that card, but they're showing me loads of butterflies in the water right now. So maybe you're going to see more than one dancing around, but I feel butterflies is indication of, you know, you have been going through a very transformational period. Things have felt a little bit up in the air, but I feel now you're going to get into the flow of things. Things start to go in a better direction for you, and I feel like you got this, whatever this is. Now, the Hierophant in this position, it can indicate a couple of things. One is there is a traditional route for you to do something, but you're deciding to buck that trend and do something different. Okay, so some of you may decide to not do the family business. You may decide to set up something on your own, or you may be trying to launch something in a different way than other people have. It sets you apart from everybody else. Okay, also with the Hierophant, some of you may have been avoiding learning something. It could be a lesson that will come back around again. So just watch out for that. You know intuitively if there is a lesson that has been circulating around you for years, or, you know, a couple of months. And I feel if you don't wake up to this, it will happen again. So I feel like it's really important to recognize that forewarned is forearmed. Okay. Now the Hierophant also in this position, I get a sense that some of you have been putting off, you know, learning a new skill. It will present itself in the month of October to be learned. I feel like, for example, you may get a sign, like if you're on social media, there may be like a little blurb or an advert on the side to learn whatever it is that you are interested in. Okay, these are signs from your guides and from the universe. Do not delay. You need to learn this for a reason. So if, for example, you've been deciding that, you know what, maybe I want to take an accounting course, and you'd be like, okay, but I'll do it next week, or I'll do it next month. the universe is actually going to send like adverts or signs or even images on billboards about accounting courses so that you get the message that now is the time. There's no time like the present. So I really get a sense that anything you've been yearning to learn, you're going to get an extra like nudge from the universe this month that it's time to learn it. October is the month to launch that class or go back to class or go back to college or get that qualification, because I feel it's necessary for your progress. Or if you're having some sort of new start, whether it's launching a business or stepping into a new role, I definitely see it's important for you. Even if you're retired, I really get a sense here that you're learning something new that helps you evolve spiritually as a person. Now, also with the Hierophant, this is a card of having faith. And some of you have lost faith because you've been tested left, right, and center. And you may have felt that every time you get up, you get pushed back down again. I definitely see that in the month of October, things are going to get better for you. Okay, the Hierophant is to have faith, and I feel like your faith will be restored because you do have the star energy there as well. But some of you, you may have problems with people in establishments or hierarchy energy, okay? And what I mean by that is some of you may notice if you work in a career environment, in an office, let's give an example of an office, you may notice that people in positions of power, they're not really doing any work. You may feel that they are delegating or they're wasting time whilst you are working really hard and you are perhaps not paid as much as you should be or as much as these people. So this may annoy you a little bit, may make you feel a little bit frustrated, and it may make you seek alternative employment or seek a new direction. So I definitely see that happening for you. Also, the Hierophant can represent the establishment that we have in play, like governments or people around the world who have established certain principles or policies or laws and rules and regulations, that sort of thing. And with the Four of Cups, there may be something that comes into play that you are really frustrated about, okay? So it could be that you have to pay more money in something. I mean, it could be, I'm not really sure. It could be related to travel, or it could be related to a bill that you already pay. I just get a sense here that something is increasing. Now, of course, I'm going to pull a card on that. Of course, if you really think about what's going on around the world at the moment, everything is increasing because of inflation. But I feel like it's separate from that. So I feel it's not as obvious as that. So there may be an increase in something. It's going to, yeah. Okay, as you can see there, Five of Pentacles. It's like, it may be not a struggle per se. I feel like you're going to have to fork out a little bit more money, and it's not fair. I just get a sense it's not fair. So with the Three of Swords, it may upset you. It may be a little bit difficult, and I feel that, yeah, it's something that unless there's like a petition from a lot of people, it's not going to change. So that's what I see there. I feel like it's constant, whatever this new change is. So I hate giving that message, but it's coming through. Now, for some of you, with the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords, you have been struggling financially, but I definitely see that this is your month for more money coming in. Also, I feel like you're being stricter with your budget as well. The Five of Pentacles can be an indication that you have a lament about you, that there is a sadness. It's like, even though you're working really hard towards things and sometimes things look up and things look like they're going in your direction, there's just this little lament. It's like, but is that fulfilling? Is that what I'm searching for? Because I get a sense here that you're searching for something other right now, and I feel like you will discover what it is that you're searching for. Ultimately, I feel like it's peace of mind, you know, that happiness within. But some of you are searching for a soulmate as well, and I definitely see that you will meet someone like that. But you do need to come out of a comfort zone. You do need to be a little bit more sociable in order to connect to that new love. So that's coming through as well. Now, your outcome energy, we do have the Strength card. So anything that you have been struggling with, you overcome it. This is a card of dominance. It's a card of leadership. It's a card of being bold and doing something different in your circumstances. You're someone who is really kind and compassionate. You have a beautiful heart. And I do feel that in the month of October, you're going to notice that the world isn't all a bad place. I feel like you're going to meet people and situations where you really connect, where you really feel that oneness, okay? So I do feel like there's a positive energy coming through in the month of October. Also, You know, if you've got the Tower in the Resistance position and you've got the Force card, as you can see, that figure is breaking chains to the past, or breaking chains to something that may have been holding you back or may have been trying to hinder your path in some way. I definitely get a sense of liberation for you, more freedom. Some of you may try to be more nomadic in your career. Some of you may decide to locate somewhere else. Some of you may even be just looking for fun because life got a little bit serious. As I said, I get this sense of business as usual. So you may feel like you're in a repetitive cycle and you just yearn for something new, something different, and something more exciting, because you are a very exciting sign. And I definitely get a sense that you are a force to be reckoned with, and you will be on target. Whatever decisions you make to change your reality, I definitely see that they are positive ones. Now we also have the Star energy. This is you aligning yourself with a wish come true, but ultimately it's really about taking the healthier path in life and being guided to a new phase of life. For some of you, you're stepping into a new era, like you're deciding to retire and you're wondering what to do with your time. You're really trying to connect to your soul tribe because, you know, people retire at different times. So you may feel a little bit out of sync with your immediate circumstances because your friends may not retire at the same time as you, but equally you'll find a community of people who are retired and are interested in the same things as you. So I definitely get a sense here that you're trying to find your place in the world. Even if you're not retiring and you're focusing on your goals, your dreams, this is a card of you being very ambitious and hitting your targets. There is a brighter future to look forward to when you get this card. But ultimately, the changes that you're making right now are going to leave you very clear about the next steps on your path. Also, it's really important to embrace any new ideas because they are being sent to you by your guides and by the universe to put you in a very good position to secure your future. So some of you are stepping into leadership positions, or you are stepping up, you are evolving and revamping your life, that, you know, your future self will thank you for the changes that you're making as well. Now we do have the Fool card there, so this is like a new lease of life. It's like learning to have fun again, especially since we've been going through a very difficult period in humanity for the last couple of years. I definitely see that sense of playfulness returning to you. And I feel like you are connecting to your inner child. So some of you are doing some real soul searching and soul wounded healing. Okay, so I feel like you're actually going to go through a major healing process. I feel like you're leaving any issues from the past behind, even though those issues are important. Those experiences are important. I feel like they have shaped you and you have been influenced by them, but you recognize they no longer have power over you. Only you have power over you. Also with this Fool card, some of you are launching these new ideas, or you're launching businesses, entrepreneurialships, but ultimately I feel like you're taking some sort of leap of faith in your life to shake things up a little bit, to make life a little bit more interesting, bring in more adventure. Some of you may even go on an expedition or a spiritual retreat. I definitely get an energy of you being a little bit more free in your everyday circumstances. Even if you work for a company and you're like, same old thing, different day, you may find an alternative approach to whatever it is you do. You are someone who is very protective. You tend to have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, not just for yourself, but also for the people around you. You care a lot. And I definitely see that you've got this, whatever this is, whatever you've been struggling with, whatever you've been feeling is a little bit stuck or stagnant. I feel you are in the flow of making changes that you are going to be so proud of, that your future self will literally thank you for. Now, we do have the Hermit. Okay, so some of you, it's a real journey of self-discovery this month, especially since your 12th house is activated, where you may feel like withdrawing in order to focus on your inner world. It's a very rich inner world, but I feel with the World card and the Two of Cups, it's a reminder to not get stuck there, okay? It's important to connect to people because that also helps elevate you in terms of your frequency. Now, the Hermit can indicate that some of you feel like you're on the outside looking in, and it's about finding your place in the world or finding your place in the circumstances around you. And I feel like you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right opportunities. The Hermit indicates some of you are going to take a moment to withdraw and relax. So there may be a point in the month of October where you take a quick trip or some sort of trip that recharges your batteries. You are an old soul and not much impresses you. So I feel with the Fool card there, you are being reminded that sometimes life can be special, life can be exciting, life can be rewarding, but because you tend to see the undercurrent of the world and people and their motivations and inner narratives and their agendas, sometimes it makes you feel despair that why can't people just be honest? Why can't life just be like simple? Why can't we all just band together and make the world a better place? And whilst that's wonderful and idealistic, sometimes I feel you get bogged down by the energy of truth. Okay, and whilst it's important to recognize that truth, it's also important to free yourself up and remember that inside this adult body, you're also that inner child, longing to believe in dreams and to get out there and experience an incredible world of magic. And you have that capability as well. So I feel this reading is kind of reminding you to have fun. Even though you've got responsibility on your shoulders, it's really important to remember you should come first sometimes, okay? And to get out there and, be playful. The Hermit energy is also an indication that you need to take a little bit of a slower approach. Okay, I feel like some of you have been pushed and pulled in many different directions and you're exhausted. So make sure you get the time that is necessary to reflect. And some of you, I feel like you're thinking about going solo. So if you work for a team or you work for a company that you have a contract with, I definitely get an energy that some of you are thinking about leaving that in order to set up on your own or become a consultant or even like become an entrepreneur and set up something creative because you're very gifted and very talented and you have a wealth of knowledge that will see you head and shoulders above everybody else. Now we do have that Tower, okay, so I'm just going to pull a card on it, but the two together, I'm picking up a real energy of feeling isolated, okay? I feel some of you have felt a little bit alone or a little bit like, it's almost like you feel some changes that are going on around you that other people cannot feel. And sometimes you just feel completely alone in this. So I'm just going to pull a card on that. Now this could be changes within your career environment or in your home space. Like you immediately know when something's off when you walk into a room, even though nobody speaks. You can feel. So I feel intuitively you are feeling that something is off or something is changing. It's within a group setting. Okay, Three of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, it may be that there is a change in management at where you work, or it could be a restructure. I mean, it could also be that you will hear of redundancies. I actually see that some of you are actually, well, most of you are in a really good position. So I feel like you are very talented and gifted at what you do. And I see with the Two of Cups that you, wherever you work, they want to keep you, okay? King of Cups, Ace of Swords. So what I'm really getting here with the Three of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Ace of Swords is that you are a valuable member of any team or any friendship group, okay? But some of you have got new ideas to either launch on your own or what I'm getting here, it's almost like there could also be a promotional raise being available to you. They're thinking of you for the job. People are already talking behind your back about giving you an opportunity, okay? But you may be on the precipice of leaving that place. I feel like the opportunity comes in before you leave, so there is a potential to be tempted, but only if the money is right, okay? That's what I feel. If not, I feel like you're launching yourself out into a new position or putting your resume out there to leave. The Ace of Swords, I get a sense here that you're having a major breakthrough that you're in control of. I'm clarifying the Tower energy, and these are all really good cards. So you may suddenly find an ally with somebody that hadn't really proved themselves until now. Someone may tell you something as well that was not meant for your ears, but it reaches you. Someone tells you a piece of gossip, but it's not gossip, it's actually true, okay? But it helps you in the long term, whatever this is. So it's not something that is negative, is what I see. I'm just going to pull one more card on that Tower. Can you please clarify that Tower? I'm just getting one more energy there. The Hierophant. Okay, so yeah, that's the, I mean, you may hear of someone getting a divorce or even married, but I get more that it's like you may hear of someone divorcing or separating, okay? The Hierophant also is like to have faith in something. So I feel, have faith that this tower is working for you. It's liberating you out of a very stuck situation. I mean, it can indicate that there are shocking rules and regulations that come in, or new policies that change that may disrupt the everyday norm. But I feel like you got this, and intuitively, I feel like you're ready for this as well, okay? Now we do have a Two of Cups. At grassroots, the Two of Cups, because this is not really a love reading, at grassroots, the Two of Cups is to vibe at a frequency that attracts your heart's desire. So there could be a contract that comes in here, or a proposal that comes in here. Ultimately, you are manifesting something into your world, and I feel like you will celebrate this. Also, this is a card of, you know, connections between people, because your 7th house of partnerships is starred. This is about, you know, you realizing who's got your back and who supports you and who really tries to derail you, or who envies your position. With the Two of Cups, I feel that you are attracting love as well. So if you are looking for love, I definitely see that it's happening for you. And if you're in a couple already, I feel like you will toast your union. You may even celebrate. There may be an anniversary round about this date for you as well. The Two of Cups really is a card of, when it comes to finances, it's about you putting a lot of effort in and receiving rewards for your effort, so being paid fairly. It's all about the reciprocal exchange. So a lot of you are checking in with the exchange in your life between your working environment and the finances that you earn, making sure that you are valued. Because I feel some of you are realizing that you're underestimated, undervalued, or even underpaid. So you may be changing those circumstances this month, but ultimately you're also applying that to friendships and seeing where you put a lot of effort into a friendship and you feel like there's no return. We've all got that one friend that we keep trying, and eventually you take a step back. Well, I see that you're changing your approach. It's not that you're taking a step back completely, but I do feel like you're giving more energy to you, and you're changing your approach on how you deal with that friend, because I feel you do care about that person. You're not just letting them off into the void, but I definitely see that your change of approach will actually make them wake up and realize that actually they've been a little bit self-absorbed. Okay, so that's coming out there as well. I don't know who needs to hear this. Now, the World card is an indication of you being very productive this month. You're going to be a goal getter and a goal setter. I definitely get a sense that once you complete one task, you're on to the next. So you are going to be very busy and very productive. But also the World card indicates that you are going to be very successful. Also, it's really about you checking in with yourself and asking yourself, what's my final motive? What's my final destination? What target am I reaching for? And then setting the next steps in motion to accomplish it. The World card is about abundance, but it's also an indication that you will be in the right place at the right time to meet the right opportunities, especially when you've got the Two of Cups in play there as well. Also, I feel some of you may feel compelled to travel. Now, this could be to just take a quick trip, or even like a big old vacation. Doesn't matter which. I feel this energy of movement, motion, wanting to take a break or get away. And this helps you recharge your batteries, reset your mindset, but also makes you see your life from like a bird's eye view. So you get an opportunity to really focus in on what needs work or what needs your immediate attention. The World card also indicates some of you may think about emigrating, or even like buying a holiday home, or thinking about emigrating abroad and saying, you know what, I feel that this country would help me thrive even more. So I definitely see that you're trying to find your place in the world and in your circumstances. Now, the World card, I'm really picking up an energy here of a cycle. Some sort of cycle is ending for you. And it's a negative cycle, because I feel like you're entering into a new phase of life where things are just more simple. Now, that doesn't sound usual or typical for a beautiful Scorpio out there, but I'm getting a sense that things start to get easier for you in some shape or form. Also, I feel this energy of cutting through procrastination I hate saying that word, but I mean, we all procrastinate at some point, but I feel like you're cutting through procrastination. I feel like you're actually being more time efficient this month. I feel like you are dedicated to your goals and you're going to accomplish them. But you got so many cups here. So I feel like the energy of the month is, are you feeling fulfilled? Do you feel like you are living your best life? And if the answer is no, I see that you're setting some changes in motion to make sure that you get back on track with your heart's desire. So I feel this is a big month for you checking in with yourself emotionally. You're going to feel a little bit more sensitive than usual, but I feel this strength about you, like you're reestablishing yourself. You're returning to your best self. But I feel it has taken you a while to recalibrate and get there. Okay, now this is your final card. Oh my gosh, like I said, butterflies. They showed me the butterflies in the water. This is your sign. This is one of the first signs that you're going to see. Now look out in October, there's going to be more butterflies everywhere for you. It says here, you can reinvent yourself. Rebirth. Open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. That's literally encompassed everything that I was saying. Okay, so maybe I should have just started with this card and ended with this card, and that would have been the whole of your reading. But they need to take me on a journey to give you what you need to hear. So I'm only the vessel to give you the message. So, you know, I'm right on target with the energy that they wanted me to give you. Now, I'm just going to get some trinkets or runes before we close. We have the Tree of Life. So this is really about getting a new perspective on your life, but things, you know, coming full circle. I definitely see that you're branching out, and some of you are really going to be focused a lot on your family unit this month as well, and establishing roots. Where do you belong in the world? That's what I'm really getting from this as well. Some of you may even see the sign of the Tree of Life everywhere you go in the next month as well. We have the octopus. Now, I love the octopus, a very incredible sentient being. Far-reaching energy is what I'm getting here. Yes, you're going to be multitasking. I definitely see that you're going to be busy, but I feel like you're going to be in the flow, okay? And also you're checking in with your spiritual gifts, developing your spiritual gifts this month as well. And I see some of you wanting to connect to courses or spiritual retreats where you can develop your spiritual journey. Okay, and that's going to be very rewarding for you emotionally as well. Now, we do have a dragonfly, which often indicates a soulmate coming in. So if you are looking for love, that is definitely someone you're going to meet. It's going to be a long-term relationship. And if you've already started talking to someone new, I definitely see that there is a potential for you to connect for a longer period of time and settle down with that person as well. And finally, we have the wisdom rune, okay, which is about truth coming out, but it's also about inspiration, using your wisdom to change your circumstances for the better, okay? It's also about connecting to your spiritual wisdom as well. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Scorpio. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Scorpio, and love and light.